What's going on? I'm William Peary. Today we're going to be dividing up these Legos for my lesson plan for this class. All right, the grade I want to be focusing on for this class is going to be third grade. The curriculum standard is a 3.NF.1, and it is for developing and understanding of fractions as numbers. All right, so pretty much we have these Legos right in front of me. Right, each table is going to get a set of Legos, right? Each set of Legos is going to have, or each person is going to have their own color. So let's say one student has yellow, right? They have yellow with them. So they're going to take all of the yellow pieces, right? And they're going to separate it from the rest of the pile. When they're doing this, they're going to be talking to their friends about all the different kinds of shapes and sizes they are. And how they fit together, things like that. Even the heads and hands of the little people, if they want to take that apart too, they're more than welcome to. All right, so now we have our yellow pieces, right? Once they have their yellow pieces, we're going to start developing fractions, right, with the kids. So let's say they start counting them up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 yellow pieces, right? All right, so we have 10 yellow pieces, so it's going to be really easy for the kids to understand these fractions, and because they're in sets of 10, right? And 10 is just easier for the kids. All right, so let's say they pull one of these Lego pieces away from the rest, right? Then I will be explaining to them what that means in proportion to the rest of the yellow pieces, right? So this is one piece of 10 yellow pieces, all right? So it's gonna be 1/10 of the original amount, right? And we can go through different fractions like that. So let's say I take out 3 of them, right? Three different Lego pieces, right? And that would be 3/10, right? Or if I wanted to be a little more interesting, then I would ask the question, all right, how many of these little slanted pieces are within your group, right? And so within this yellow group, there's 2 slanted yellow pieces. If you see really closely, there's 2 slanted yellow pieces. And then this is 2 slanted yellow pieces of 10 yellow Legos, right? And it's super simple, super easy for them to understand. Once it gets more complicated, and they're starting to get, really not more complicated, but once they start to really understand, what a one fraction is, then we might go into simplifying, right? So if I say, all right, how many of these little whole pieces do we have within our group of yellow Lego pieces? All right, and it looks like there's 2 here from our group of yellow Lego pieces, and so that would be 2/10, right? And then I would go further into, what if there were all 10 of the pieces were these little whole-like Lego pieces, right? So you have 10 little Lego whole pieces that are yellow, and you take 2 out, right? How would that compare to, let's say, 1/5, right? So you have 2/10 and 1/5. So that would get more into dividing the fractions and simplifying what the fractions are and things like that. Further going into the big grand assessment of the learning experience for these kiddos would be actually working as a group. Let's say, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colored pieces. So let's say groups of 5, right? So each group of 5 has a different colored Lego piece. All right, so we have a group of yellow, we have a group of red. I'm trying to separate this up really fast. Group of red. We have a group of orange. Almost dropped it. Oh, no. Then we have a group of orange. And then we'd have a group of green. I'm watching the door because I'm hoping nobody walks in while I'm at work here. We have a group of blue. And I'm just going to push the rest off to the side for now since they're all kind of miscellaneous colors. All right, so we have 5 different groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different groups of colors, right? For the big assessment, I would do a comparison of the group of colors with the whole group of Legos, right? And so the kids would want to work together to do this. So I would probably give them a sheet of paper that gave them a list of, fractions on there for each color, or blank charts for each color. And they would just take their Legos and they would separate. So green has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has 10 of, let's just say each one has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So they have 10 of 50. And so they would take that number and they would either simplify it down, so probably 1/5, right? And then they could do that with all the different kinds of fractions too. So let's say all of these different green colors, right? So there's 2 in green, there's none in yellow, there's none in red, there's none in blue, but there's 1, 2 in orange, right? So now we have 4 of 50. 4 of 50 of these Legos have the solid shape like this, right? And so pretty much I would just, that would be the overall assessment. They would fill out the paper and then they would give it to me and I'd grade it, and that'd be the final assessment. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.